Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel, and today on the channel we're going to be having a tasty adventure together because we're going to prepare some delicious sweet and spicy pork chops. I think pork chops get kind of a bad rap because they're pretty simple. There's nothing really to them. I mean, it's just kind of a slab of pork. You season it, you cook it, maybe throw some sauce on it, and you're done. And we're going to kind of do that same thing here today. But the way we're going to cook these today on the Pit Boss is going to elevate them, and it's going to make them some of the best tasting pork chops you've ever had. I guarantee it! So without further ado, come with me on a pork chop journey. Let's go. All right, here we have 3 center cut boneless pork chops. These guys are about 1 inch thick each. And you can see as far as fat goes, there's really not a ton to worry about here. Each one of them has a little bit of that fat cap that's kind of on there. Still nothing crazy, and we've each got that main little vein of fat that runs through there. All of this to say, no trimming necessary on a pork chop like this unless you have like extra like hangy bits of fat that the butcher didn't remove, in which case just remove those yourself. But for our purposes today, none of that's needed. So now, we're gonna do a very simple seasoning up front. And that's just gonna be salt and pepper. So I'm gonna use kosher salt. Don't worry, we're gonna do more to these later. But for now, we're gonna use kosher salt and fresh ground black pepper. I don't wanna overdo it on the seasoning on these because, like I said, we are gonna add some other stuff to them. All right, now we'll get them out of here, get them onto our board, and we'll repeat the same thing on this side. So kosher salt, and black pepper. Now you could use like a canola oil or an avocado oil or some sort of high temp oil on these. I don't need to because they're already pretty moist, and so nothing really else that I need to do for a binder or anything like that. All right, let's just get some of this extra seasoning off the board here on the sides. All right, those look pretty good to me. Now for the all-important rest phase. Not enough people rest their meat after it's seasoned. So after you season your meat, do not just throw it right on a hot grill. Let it sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes. That salt's going to bring out the moisture and really allow all of that fat to render nicely, especially the part that's right here in the actual center of the meat. So give me 15 minutes and we'll be back. All right, so as far as smoking these pork chops today, we're gonna put them on the Pit Boss Savannah Onyx edition, and we're gonna leave them on there at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just looking for an internal temp of 145. That's gonna be our perfect doneness for nice, delicious, juicy pork chops. But prior to them getting to that degree, right around 135, so probably around 45 minutes, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna make a little spicy kind of sauce to go on it. It's gonna involve some jalapenos, some barbecue sauce. You'll see that in just a couple minutes. We're gonna sort of baste them with that sauce and then return them to the pellet grill, and that's really gonna give us that nice, sweet and spicy pork. So the pork chops have had ample time to rest and for that seasoning to absorb, so now let's put them on the Pit Boss. 250 degrees inside the Pit Boss here, and I'm putting these chops over to the left side because the right side is a little bit closer to the heat source, and so I don't want them to burn or anything, but we are gonna go right on the grates here on the left side. We'll just put them on just like that, nothing special. Just like so. So go ahead and close it up, and let me show you how to make this delicious, sweet and spicy sauce. All right, let's make this sauce. Small bowl. To that, add about a cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, preferably something a little sweet. And now to that, we're gonna add some juice from some pickled jalapenos, just the juice. And this all depends on how spicy you like it. I'm gonna go about 3 tablespoons. And then finally about 2 tablespoons of hot honey. So that sweetness is gonna counteract that jalapeno juice a little bit, but maintain some really nice heat. All right, I'll just get my little brush here and we'll mix that together. Give it a little taste, see if it needs anything. Just gonna make this nice consistency. It'll be great for brushing it on these pork chops. All right, give it a little taste here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Holy smokes, this is good. I mean, this would be good on chicken. It would be good on even like a burger. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's our sauce. I'm gonna set it aside because like I said, we're not going to put this on the pork chops until they are about 15 minutes away from being done. So I'll see you then. All right, I just checked. The internal temp is right at 135 on these pork chops. Look at that. They look, well, honestly, they don't really look like much. I mean, there's some nice grill marks on there, but they don't really look like much yet. So now's when we come in with that sweet and spicy sauce, and we're just gonna brush that on there. Just like that. Flip these guys over just using my meat thermometer. And then we'll get this other side. Man, this sauce smells so good. All right, now we're just gonna close that up and let that sauce bake on there. It should only take about 10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to try it. And after about 10 more minutes, here we go. Look at how beautiful those are. Man, they smell incredible. That sauce even smells sweet and spicy. Oh. And now because I am an avid lover of heat, I'm just gonna do one of these with some jalapenos on top and just another little drizzle of that barbecue sauce, that sweet and spicy sauce on each one. All right, now let's see how we did on this cook. I'm gonna go with this one, since this is the one I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna go right down the middle here. And folks, it don't get much better than that. That is beautiful. It's super juicy inside. Oh, I cannot wait to try this. All right, folks, I cannot wait to try this. Oh, the smell is so amazing. I'm just gonna put a little slice of this here. Gotta make sure I got some jalapeno. All right, here we go. Smoked, sweet and spicy pork chop. Oh my gosh. That is juicy. It's so tender. And the flavor is out of this world. It's a perfect level of heat. I'd say on a scale of like 1 to 10, this is like a 4 maybe. Nothing crazy whatsoever, even with the added jalapeno. Nothing super crazy. Gotta have one more bite. Holy smokes, phenomenal. This is quite literally one of the best pork chops I've ever tried. And it's something different, rather than just your normal cook on a pork chop. Like, we did this a little bit differently. It's got some interesting flavors to it. It is definitely not your average pork chop. I do realize that I forgot to mention that today's cook was smoked with the Pit Boss Mesquite blend pellets because I did want that extra woodsy flavor, and mesquite is a really bold wood flavor of pellets, so that's what I went with. Well, listen, promise me that you're going to try this. It's super cost effective. Pork chops are not a very expensive cut of meat, and you saw it wasn't a lot of ingredients. I think everybody's got salt and pepper laying around. You might have to grab a barbecue sauce, maybe some honey, some jalapenos, but that's very simple and very cheap. So try this and you will not be sorry. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. If you like this video, make sure that you click the thumbs up to let us know, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. If you click the little bell, that's going to turn on the post notifications for you so that you're one of the first people to know as soon as we post new content here on the channel. And now, while these were boneless pork chops, I have also done bone-in pork chops, just a little bit of a different flavor profile. So I'll put that video right here. Make sure that you tap on it, click on it, whatever, depending on what you're on. Go to this video, check it out, and I will see you next time.